Oh my lord. It's Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday and it is Archeage 101 Night School. A little excited today. There's spicy stuff going on everywhere. Before I do that, let me not be remiss. Let me thank everybody. Man, it has been great this last couple of days. We are in the final push of 2018, trying to hit 3,512 YouTube subscribers. That's going really well. I think we might hit it. I really think we might. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been like phoning a friend and, you know, grabbing people and saying like, hey, let's help Jay out. Let's help Jay have an opportunity to give away more money. That's what I'm trying to do. Big thanks to all these guys. Oh, hello, Miss Producer. Big thanks to all these guys. Patron exploded with support. That just means I have more gift cards to give away. Let's go to the live show with the little Archeage. There we go. Working. Chibi's here. All we need in life is a little chibi, right? Right off the bat, since you guys are here. If you haven't already seen that. We are getting a lot of stuff. So, we're getting a new zone in about a half a year, or we're getting Hiram T4, going to be able to go to Mythic, not going to be able to go to Eternal. Apparently, the Korean players kind of did not accept that push. So, in the notes today, saw that going to be able to go to Eternal still, or Mythic. That is still hella impressive for free gear. So all that's in the video today. That's pretty cool. We know a new dungeon is on the way, and let me say, starting this boom, Sweetheart Stream Elements is drunk, but you got the Panda Love. Let me drop in here. Oh yeah, she hasn't finished the new artwork yet. My daughter is real particular about her artwork, and she won't finish up the other one. Yeah, Stream Elements is on par with Invariables, man. I need to look into that. Let me add that to my list. I'm gonna admit, guys, I did not get much done today with the Archeage 101 curriculum. So that means tomorrow I need to sit down, and I'm not even gonna get on Discord first thing in the morning because the Ashes of Creation Discord's been keeping me busy. But because that's spicy drama over there too. I got spicy everywhere in my life right now. But it's been a little interesting. Let's find out why Stream Elements is drunk and not reporting variables. So let's see. I don't have a video done on. I gotta do the video on the new shit. Video on extra dailies. So that'll be tomorrow as well. Maybe after the show, I'll do a little work. But if you guys haven't seen this yet, number one, stay away from the Lucky Hiram Infusions box. I mean, even if you got 50 of them, which I doubt you would, I don't think that you'd want to do that too many times. I mean, if you were gonna pay to win it, then just pay to win for, you know, pay to win for the 3,000 box, and then, you know, sell off the RuneScribe quills and help offset it. But I would not buy these at all. But you guys got to understand that Gamigo has to make money. If Gamigo can't make money, Archeage goes away. And it's real simple, real point blank with the way Gamigo does things. They take games that are at the end of their life cycle. They try to preserve them for as long as they can. But if Gamigo's not making money, they're literally just going to shit can the game. Like I said, I don't know what the individual contract states. I don't know if it's a must-publish contract or if they could just let the thing go. I have no idea. But if there's not a must publish clause, then they could just say, XL, we're done with you. We're done with you. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there already was this box right here for 3,000, 25 lucky infusions, 3 runescribe quills, 3 decrystallization scrolls. There's your brilliant one, 20 brilliant and 2 radiant runescribe quills. There'll be another box. You can quote me on this when we get the new T4 Hiram. They will most likely just pop that on. 5 lucky infusions for 400 credits. Yeah, it's on the front page. It's right there. Main featured. Yep. Truthfully though, I'm not really all that against it. Like I said, Gamigo has to make money. Gamigo has to make money. If Gamigo's not making money, they're just gonna get rid of the game. So I'm not really ass hurt over that. What I am a little bit, what are you doing, is this Guardian Duties pack, or these individual, kill 50 enemies and get an extra 15 Hiram scrolls. Kill 50 enemies, get an extra 15 Hiram scrolls. Kill 50 enemies, get 6 lucky Hirams. Man, I'm not going to say it's more pay to win than Tryon did. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is, it's not like... It's not like you can straight get ahead with it. I can, you know, I can grind my ass off and keep up. It's not like Superior Reds, where the only place to get Superior Reds was the cash shop, and by having a pile of Superior Reds with the Dun's Blessings, you could get your gear up faster. Definitely going to say that it is, pay to progress faster. But it'd be interesting to say, like, what could they sell to make money that wouldn't piss off the community? Like, this is just Jay. This is just me. I don't see why they didn't just sell the Lunaris, the Celestar, and the Twilight Unicorn shit. Just outright sell it for cash. Don't put it in a cash box. Don't put it in a 450 credit cash box. Just outright sell it for 2,000 credit. Hold on, let me do some math here. Let me do some math. 1250 times 2. So outright sell the new mounts for 3,000 credits, and then sell the armor as a set for a small discount. Where did the new? Since these can only put on this armor, then just sell this armor for, you know, whatever, 10 bucks, 8 bucks. I'd have no prob. Boom. Thank you for the follow. I don't have any goals set yet for Twitch in 2019. Whatever Social Blade says on the first day of 2019, that's going to be my year goal for that. I do have the goal. I am going for Twitch Partner in 2019. I'm going to have to get that viewer count way up again. Up. It's going to have to come up. Going to absolutely have to come up. But I'm not, I'm not ass hurt about anything going on with the Cash Shop today. Some people are. I get it. What we really want is a subscription-based server with none of this Cash Shop crap. Put all this junk into the, thingamaboober. The merchant. Set a gold price for it. No Apex sales, none of that crap. Just give us a pure, unadulterated, clean server. That's what some people want. I'm not against it. I'm fully for that. I wish we could make that happen. Unfortunately, XL Games allegedly doesn't want that. Yeah, if they did that, they'd have to be extremely heavy-handed against third-party gold selling. Absolutely. And then here's the thing. For those of you that say that Gamigo's not doing anything, I am not saying Gamigo is doing a great job. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, at least, it's Archeage official forums. At least Gamigo is answering, the problems with, what people are saying. Like, where's the dev tracker? False advertising, holler blocking, NA restart. Where is it? The PayPal. Apex and Gold Duper. I've never seen, or I never saw Tryon outright say, "Thanks for helping us find those players that ruin the economy. We are aware of the issue and we're working on it to get a solution as soon as possible." I never saw Tryon admit that there was a problem. I always used to see them make up the bullshit. "Hey, we've heard about this. Don't you dare do it or we're going to permaban you." Ooh, you might fucking permaban me. Even though all you're going to do is give me a 3-day warning and not actually take any of the illicit stuff away. And that's my problem. Why it got so bad. If you're not, like, honest to God, if you're not going to drop the hammer on people for cheating, then don't bother policing cheating at all. Just go with, we don't really give a shit. I would respect you more if you said, we don't really give a shit. Just say it how it is. But if you're going to drop a ban hammer on people, drop a ban hammer on people. The dangerous thing with Apex dupes is that it's all going to be RMT'd, and even if you got banned defending accounts, you still already gotten paid for it. Absolutely. I mean, that is... the fact that we know that they can't track, or I don't know if Gamigo can now, but I don't think magically they were going to get any newfound knowledge. Back in the day, if you guys remember, you could filter stuff through a chest, and they couldn't find it. They couldn't find your stuff if you put it through a chest. It's not even confirmed that people are duping, to be honest. Man, I know what they're doing, and it's pretty clear what they're doing. It's been done a couple of times in the past. What you do is you buy 50 Apex, and then you do a chargeback, but you've already dumped it. They don't ban your account like that when you do a chargeback. It takes them a little bit. So, I mean, Warhead, no, Warhead, I can outright tell you they could not track stuff going in and out of chests. My account had to be completely rebuilt by hand. There was a corrupted piece of Jalan's character file. I actually had to sit offline for 24 hours because they had to create another slot on my account, copy Jalan's appearance, and then a senior GM had to one by one create all of my items. When they first gave me my account back, it didn't have me on progress on certain things, so I was like, hey dude, I don't have my progress on my Dream Ring, I don't have my progress on this, I don't have my progress on that. I need to be brought up to that. Or just, I said, if you want to say fuck it and give me my Dream Ring, just give me my goddamn Dream Ring. I'm not going to complain. And they said, no, we have to take you up to that level of progress, because if there was ever to be, say the Dream Ring could go to Mythic or Eternal, I wouldn't be eligible to do the quests because the quests wouldn't have been completed, but I had the item. I actually have proof that they couldn't see things going out in and out of an otherworldly storage chest, because they outright tell me. They outright say, we can't find the item. If it's in an otherworldly storage chest, please remove it and let us know when you've done so. And you were like, really? Like, you can't? People who charge back are dumb if they get caught. Well, you know, depends on what your level of disgruntled is. I'm banned on the Fresh Start server because I charged back. But the thing was that I asked for a refund. They told me I could have it, and then they refused to give me the refund. And I just took that email and I gave it to PayPal, and PayPal's like, they authorized a refund, have your money back. And then when I went back to Tryon, and they were like, they actually told PayPal that PayPal had to reverse the chargeback and give Tryon back the money because I was violating the EULA, and PayPal's like, sorry Tryon, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. Yeah, and I will say that if you're deliberately charging back, whoa, I got screens turning off all over the place. If you're deliberately charging back, if you're deliberately charging back to be a disruption, that's problematic. Imagine if Gamigo can prove that you got the item. It's not about if they can prove you got the item. It's about, can you prove that they didn't honor what they said that they would do. And Tryon, Tryon and now Gamigo, they don't, at PayPal, they don't give a shit. PayPal's like, you guys have caused us so much paperwork, you're wrong. You start off as wrong. So, the problem is that because Archeage is labeled as a, we don't want to hear about your bullshit because you mistreated your customers, PayPal's just like, yep, here's your money back. There was a point where Revelation Online, my.com, when Revelation Online first came out, and they just released a total dumpster fire of a game, you didn't even have the 10-day waiting period to get your refund. PayPal was like, Revelation Online, here's your refund. Revelation Online, here's your refund. My whole guild charged back because they said the game was going to be in English. On release, the game will be in English. Get to release date, half the fucking shit's still in Chinese. Like, I can't play this game and I don't know what it's saying. PayPal's just like, nope, sorry, unacceptable. All you gotta do too is screenshot where it says on the webpage that it'd be in English and show it's not in English, and that's it. That's the end of the discussion. PayPal gives it back. Now you know. Now you know the trick to it would be to throttle the purchases of Apex, but they won't do that. They won't make a limit to how they won't make it so that you can only buy so many Apex a day. So you actually get a chargeback in like some hours, days. Depends on the game, depends on the company, depends on the situation, depends on what their status with PayPal is at the moment. Like I said, in April for 4.5, because Tryon lied about what features were going to be in the game, pay 399 out of 402 chargebacks that I helped people with. I literally wrote endless amounts of people's chargeback narratives for them. And literally, I had to wait the 10 days because I was the front runner. I put in my chargeback first. But shortly thereafter, there were people putting in their chargebacks after me, being like, hey, Jay, I got my money back. I'm like, well, that's awesome, but where the fuck's my money? $700. That ain't gonna... Oh, yeah, well. Yeah. Oh. And the bow is done, ladies and gentlemen. The bow is done. Yeah. I mean, the truth is that I don't think you should be able to buy more than 5 Apex in a 6-hour window, and that would throttle it, and that would solve their problems. But of course, they don't want to do that because they want that money, man. They want that. They want that money. I mean, what? Honestly, what can you say about a game that you're even? I mean, that you're even allowed to buy, that you're even remotely allowed to buy that level of power, that level of pay to win. Oh, this is so gross. I got another one to do. Although I am gonna give my dagger a little love, I think. Let me love my offhand a little bit. Yeah. Love you. But I can maybe level you up, tier you up tonight. But anyway, guys, lots of good stuff coming down the pipe for Archeage. Let me pop over to Google Docs for a second. Have I leaked my gold making? Nope. The way I make my gold, I ain't telling nobody. Nobody's finding out. I will tell you guys 52 other ways to make gold, but I'm not telling you how I make my gold. That ain't gonna happen. I gotta have my gold too. Plus, I need more gold than most of you because I do all this goddamn testing stuff. This stuff is stuff's time consuming. As you can see, I'm not lying about Archeage 101 being a college class. I mean, here we go. Getting a little long here. This is me laying everything out in a text document. So that, like, you can see these pieces are done because there's a lot of text here. And then as we get into other stuff, like how classes work, I haven't gotten into that yet. That was my goal for today, but unfortunately, I am a content creator at Ashes of Creation. I'm an official content creator. I have an obligation over there. Yeah, it's a literal book, man. It is quite literally. I am taking an old syllabus of mine for a class that I taught, and I'm taking that syllabus, and I am taking it across, and then I'm doing the same exact sort of layout. So what this is, do I have a section? Let me do returning players, because this one kind of works this way. And I gotta actually let me put this in while I'm thinking about it. And I know you guys are like, oh my god, Jay, that's so brutal on the eyes. I know. The point is so that when I come back to this section, I see it. But when you come in here for returning players, you come to this section, all of these hyperlinks take you to either a video or a timestamp in a video so that you can read a little bit and then be like, what the fuck? The new build only gives us 18 points. What's Jay talking about? Click. Let me go to that section of the video to hear about it. So this is a work in progress that I hope to have done done and up inside the next 2 weeks, and then I gotta cut the video footage. I gotta make all the slides and stuff. But no, I am working on it. How much gold do I make a day? Depends on how much gold I want to make a day. I don't need gold right now. Right now I got 6,400 gold just in walking around money. I have like 50,000 gold worth of shit I can sell, just queued up. I have probably still another 400,000 gold worth of stuff that I can dump. And then right now I don't make as much gold because I am not bringing an alt army back online. I play a couple hours a day now. I make the videos during the rest of the time. But like I said, I am in I am making content for Ashes of Creation. I'm making content for a game called Valar. I'm actually, my whole Saturday is tied up with a project over at Valar. Dr. Greenspoon is getting ready to crowdfund his game. Got some bits and pieces going along with that to be talked about at a later date. So I don't have time to do the giant ass alt army. Yeah, isn't the game now just farm Hiram? Well, you need to have enough gold, as you can see, and I'll pop it up here in a second. Auction house flipping is a little bit of a thing. Not as much anymore. There is some... You could probably make some money if you invest and hold in a couple of key items. But really, like, it's like this. You need enough gold to buy your patron. You want to buy your labor stipend, which I ain't even running a labor stipend. Oh yeah, I am. I'm running a 7-day labor stipend. So you want that extra labor stipend every day because it's not gold so much that's going to tie up your resources. It's the labor you need to open all these bags and slot all these infusions. That's where all your time, effort, energy, and labor is going to go. You're past the point where you're saving up hundreds of thousands of gold to buy that shiny new weapon off the auction house. Those days are gone. It's all about the Hiram. It's like I said earlier, and I'll show it again. I showed the link to the video for the new stuff, but in just a little bit here, I don't have it. Yes, I do. In just a little bit here, we're going to be able to take Hiram gear up to tier 4 and take it to Mythic. Unfortunately, the Korean players were not happy that you could take Hiram gear up to Eternal, so this column is nixed for the moment, but you know it's coming. Alright, you know it's coming. While we're in here, we're going to be having level 55. So, I mean, you're going to be getting extra damage reduction. So, yeah, you don't need gold for cost, or you don't need gold for Hiram. But you do costumes, undergarments. I mean, you could do all that. You could do all that in with other currencies. Aranor weapons will still be better in 5.5. Not directly comparable. No. Not directly comparable. Let me bring this up real quick. Let me bring up a one-hander. Aranor, pop over to legendary. An Aranor sword is going to do 911. A legendary Hiram is going to do 882. So yeah, it's like it's like 30 difference, but the difference now is 52. You also have to remember, I can get a mythic Hiram faster than you can get a mythic Aranor. And Where the hell did I put it? Right there. I mean, it's 730,000 XP. That's a pain in the ass, but we are getting new infusions at Heroic, Unique, and Celestial. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to be able to chew through the Hiram piece faster than the Aranor piece. Isn't there a new tier above Aranor coming out? You awaken Aranor? You awaken Aranor, but it doesn't go up to a new tier. It's just awoken Aranor, and it's going to have a third... I'm sorry. It's going to have a fourth stat on it. So that's going to make a little bit of a difference, making Aranor stay slightly above Hiram by giving it a fourth stat. I have so much crap. I wanted to keep my inventory clean. That was the goal. Goal did not happen. So, to be honest, it's even hard to find 30k gold because I'm only playing with 3 alts. Yeah. Heard anything about the Black Dragon weapons? Yes, I have. However, you guys gotta realize, I haven't used my Korean since 2015. So... Korean is hard for me to translate. I don't have anybody... I lost it all. I learned a lot of it when I was doing one particular job in the military because we worked with the Korean Air Force. But I lost it all. Mark over at Omnom, he does the translations. He's a little bit more proficient than me. So yeah, I've seen the Black Dragon weapons. I've seen them mentioned. But I haven't... I mean, I couldn't tell you anything other than, yep, seen them. If you awaken it, the DPS goes up, or is as far as I know, it gets the new stat and it gets a slight bump up. But I don't have a picture. I don't have a document. And then with the fact that the Aranor players in Korea were upset about it, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Thinking about going to Black Dragon Bow, but so little info to go on. Yeah, that's the problem. Plus, you know, we've got so much in the pipe right now. So much in the pipe. The library armor for healers looks really good. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to scare people. Could you imagine if I was throwing holy bolts out on global cooldown? Could you imagine if I got my attack speed to 2,000, because that's the new cap, is 2,000? Could you imagine if I was literally throwing holy bolts as fast as you were throwing endless arrows? I mean, talk about shit your combat panties. And that's exactly what I think I can do with the library armor. I think I can literally throw a holy bolt out on cooldown. My holy bolt cast time. My holy bolt cast time is 1.3 seconds. With the new holy bolt and the library set takes skills down by half a second. And the new holy bolt's only got a half-second cast time. So, literally, I mean, global cooldown is us. But sometimes things don't stack that way. So, I have to figure that out. Do you awaken Hiram, or you just take it, you awaken it, you take it to tier 4? So, there is a new scroll in the new zone. Now, remember, we're not getting tier 4 for, we're not getting tier 4 for at least half a year. At least half a year. I would be surprised if we got 5.5 before the fall. Because we still have to get 5.1 and 5.2. And all that T4 stuff was supposed to go into the new dungeon. The new dungeon, they said they're not going to be able to get the new dungeon done in time to keep this patch on time. So they also have another new dungeon up in the queue. And I think this is brilliant. I think this is absolutely a brilliant way to fix a lot of the problems that we have. Get rid of the gear gap. I will say that for a long time, the reason why I was such a pain in the ass to deal with was because the reason why I was such a pain in the ass to deal with is because I was just over-geared. Yeah, if you have the picture with the Awakened Aeronor, definitely share that. Links are, this is a cluster, man. Links, I'm not one of these people that's going to flip out because somebody tries to link something. I want you to link stuff. I absolutely want you to link stuff. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. Disregard that. Disregard that post. Not that it wasn't valid at the time, but they have had two more go arounds. If you're looking for the most up to date Amigo post, need to go. I'll give you guys the Amigo board if you wanna read. If you want to read the Amigo board, I linked the Amigo board. The Korean players weren't happy with the direction of a lot of stuff, so they kind of threw a hissy fit. Things got changed. So the most up-to-date we have comes from that Q&A. Boom! Baby Spice! Here comes the money, man. Shane O'Mac. By the way, Baby Spice, love the name. Taking me back 20 years. Emma from the Spice Girls. Little blonde. Definitely. Definitely good things right there. So good name. And if you really are Emma from the Spice Girls, go ahead and contact me through other channels. That's all I gotta say. That's all we're saying on live TV. You're telling Tamir? Oh shit. Luckily, Tamir is in the middle of nowhere right now. Tamir is in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. She's at her mom and dad's, so I am safe. I am safe for the moment. Let me go up in here. Whoa, what are you? Dragon Paradise or something? What do you got going on? Yeah, sell your Kraken house. Do whatever you need to do. You sell those Kraken house. Feels good to have subbed here and Patreon. I do appreciate it. You know, it's always weird with my community. I actually put forth something in my community today. And I was like, should I stop monetizing the YouTube videos? Like, should I just make it, if we get to a certain amount of sponsorship through Patreon, that I have demonetized the videos? Because I was like, man, I feel kind of bad that ads pop up. And my community's like, no, leave it, because it's more stuff you can give out. I was like, all right, I'm leaving it. Leaving it. This is so painful. We have officially crossed the 1/3 mark. The plan was to party with Sweet Tart. The party was to party with Sweet Tart and do Mist Song forever, but that didn't work. So now I gotta actually find people to run Mist Song with because I need all the drops. I need like 76 times 0.66. I need like 50 more Mist Song drops. That's gonna be gross. I'm actually gonna go run a dungeon real quick just because I slacked. Hiram, Lady V. Hiram all day long and twice on Sundays. Unless you got that big baller money, or you know, you're gonna swipe. If you're gonna dual wield Visa and MasterCard, then you can do crafted gear. But and if you want to, you know, keep it reasonable, Hiram gear. What we need more than anything is good content creators to keep putting out good content. People who get paid are more incentivized to keep doing so. Love of the game only goes so far. Actually, I give away all the money. That's the trick. I give away all the money. I don't actually want it. Now, you'll notice on my... Why am I picking up quests? I don't want quests. You notice on my Patreon... Wolfus isn't like ready to dive in feet first, have her own YouTube, have her own Patreon. She's not ready for those things yet. She doesn't have the time. She has to work. She has to work a day-to-day job. But you'll notice on the Patreon, there's a couple of levels that directly support Wolfus. Wolfus is my best friend. She's up the street. She's in Studio B, as we call it. Her money is not her money. Is her money. Her money filters back into buying her upgrades for her computer, rent, food, things like that. I give away all my income. She still needs bits and pieces to get started with streaming. She's unfortunately not retired like me, so she doesn't have that lifestyle. Why am I even messing with you guys? Go, run. I don't need to kill trash. Oh hell, no. Oh, and I'm in a new build too. I don't have stealth. Sheet. Oops. I didn't want that. I wanted that. But what I would like, I would like to get dialed back in with Gamigo and do content. The problem is I don't think they'd want me because the old Tryon staff is still there, and you know we don't see eye to eye. What's the way to go pirate? Right now we are still on the old way to go pirate. Get 3,000 infamy, and off you go. The new stuff for pirate is coming soon. Register trademark. Gamigo has not released a roadmap lately, so. And yes, guys, I will admit, I still click on healer. I don't click on blade dancer. I do still click on healer. I can only do so much mouse work a day. Not being a clicker. So yeah, I am still a dirty stinking clicker on healer. When I switch over to school guide here in a few minutes, the low level dwarf, I won't be clicking, but you love the fact that I want to build a community. Yeah, that is, you know, that's my big thing right now. I am all about building my community up, you know, helping people. I think the problem is that nobody helps each other anymore. Like, I wish more content creators would use their channels to try to either build communities or fix the state of the gaming industry. But unfortunately, a lot of these people, they care. I mean, I'm not saying that feeding your family is a bad thing. Feed your family, dog. But I think a lot of content creators, are sellouts. I think they're shills. I think that they don't give a shit about their community or what they're selling or what they're promoting. They give a shit about how much money goes into their pocket at the end of the month. Like somebody today told me, I have a business relationship with Steven Sharif. I don't have a business relationship with Steven Sharif. Steven doesn't tell me what to publish, when to publish, how to publish, what to say. And the first time any company ever tries to tell me what I need to say, they basically get told, get bent. I don't need to work with you. I don't need your freebies. I don't need your anything. nor do I want them. If you think for a second you can buy my integrity, not gonna happen. Never gonna happen. It's just like if I got bigger and I got invited to speak at PAX, unless it was PAX that gave me my pass to PAX for the day because I was a speaker, I wouldn't want a company to invite me to speak on their behalf and be their guest and then give me my pass. Pay my travel? Maybe, because you want me to come and talk. I don't want a free pass to the event. If it needs to be an issue, I'll buy my own ticket to the event. That's just how I feel. I don't think that you should get, you know, I don't think that you should be in bed with the company to the point where it's even a possibility that they tell you what to say. I think that jeopardizes your integrity. What is going on here, man? I got lag or something. I can't pick over very easily. I'm not dropping any frames. Oh, you know what? That might help. That probably will help a little bit. Yeah, you get 3k infamy. You don't even have to go to jail, man. In fact, don't go to jail. The moment you get 3k infamy, you will become a pirate. The trick to it is, here's the trick to pirate. Get 50 infamy. Go on trial. Get guilty. You gotta get guilty. Get 50 infamy, go on trial, get guilty. You get 2,950 infamy, go pirate, go on trial, hope you get not guilty. Because you're still a pirate because you have 50 infamy locked, but then when you want to come back, you only need 1 drought to come back instead of 30. Yeah, so yeah. Get 50, lock it in, get the other 2950, and then pray that you get not guilty. Doesn't always work. Yeah, fill trial with the alts. Works really well. Works really well if you don't become a known pirate and then go on trial. Just like, you know, hopefully try to go on trial and, you know, hope you have a merciful jury. I'm not gonna lie, if I see what looks like a pirate trying to dodge infamy, I'm gonna give you minimum guilty, just because. Just screw you, honestly. I mean, you left your faction. I'm not gonna make you sit in jail, but I am gonna give you minimum guilty. I'm gonna lock in all that juicy infamy for you. You wanted to be a pirate, you own it. Sometimes people will give you not guilty. These guys go psycho now. You owned it, you quested off all your infamy? Yeah, you can do that too. I mean, you can quest off your infamy while you're a pirate, while you're getting your titles. I mean, so that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, you can buy the pots, but I mean, why? If you can get away with 1, why would you want to use 30 if you can get away with 1? They do have a cooldown now of 3 hours. Need to spend more time like helping people with like Serpentis and Mistsong, just so I can get the gear. Because this gear at the end of this is not going to be a stellar amount of XP, but it is what it is. Or in the new update, just don't log in for 7 days. True. Which I don't understand. I don't understand. There must be a piece I'm not getting. The pirate faction have a limit, a cap on how many people can be pirate? I mean... Pirate has a cap. Do we know what it is? 100? I mean, my problem is that my problem with it is that I'm over faction based games. I shouldn't have to not play with Sweetheart because we're in different factions. Faction based games I'm done with. I'm over them. I don't like them. They're I'm past the enjoyment or the amusement. The finding them interesting. I don't find them interesting. I would like it just as much as you could form a guild with people from either side. That would have been... I don't know why that would have been such a hard change to make. But what do I know, right? I mean, I get it. People are like, well, that was the point of player nations. Well, you made the player nation system so convoluted. All the player nation system was you can pirate your old nation, but not go to jail. Yeah, I'm not your friend just because... Like, that is why in the section on factions, I write, Archeage is not a faction-based game. It's a game with factions in it. Don't assume, alright? Don't assume that just because I'm green to you that I'm going to help you. Don't assume that you're going to load up, alright? Don't assume that you're going to load up 4,000 gold worth of packs right in front of me. And I'm not going to steal them. I mean, you load up 4,000 gold worth of packs in front of me, I'm taking your packs. That's just how it's gonna be. I have no allegiance to you. Absolutely none. You just assume my faction. I know, right? And here's the saddest part of all, guys. I did that just because with the holiday season I got a little bit behind. I got a little bit slacker. But clearing a dungeon gives me 1,800 XP. And then a third one. So 2,700 XP for clearing a dungeon. Not stellar. Not stellar in the slightest. So... legit, I'm not even gonna lie. If they put dungeon level up stones in the cash shop, I got a pile of Apex. I'm gonna fucking blitz through that shit. It's gonna happen. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Alright, 11,488. What do I gotta get to? Oh my god! I got another 1,200 to go! Shit. Need some of these people to die in a fire. Yeah, that legendary Aranor. That's 166 healing power difference. Yeah, I would farm Serp and Mist-Song. I try to do that. I got to do it a little bit more often. It's hard to do while I'm streaming. So I do X amount of things a night. I try to make X amount of progress a night. Like as you guys saw, I didn't get the dagger up to 100%. I wanted to try to roll that tonight, but critically low on labor. I can't sleep again. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to snowball it up, and then we can switch over to school guide. But I will most certainly go into the Christmas arena. And while you're doing the Christmas arena, you gotta put on the Christmas furs. I mean, this sexy bitch right here. Oh my god. This just troubles me. Troubles me greatly. Yeah, man, I don't like having to be mean on my YouTube. I like to try to be, I like to try to be open and understanding with people, but there are people who just don't want to get it. Yeah, Clarky, I have enough, abyssal crystals and, bits and pieces. I can make about 30% of my level. The problem is that if I don't have a plan for the other 30%, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could get to 66, 68%. But if I don't have a plan to get from, if I don't have a good plan to get from, oh no, that was a hit. I don't give a shit what you say. If I don't have a plan to get the rest of the way, then there's no point. Are we 3 up? One of you guys get it. Come on. Still 3 up. Three, 1. Oh, I didn't have enough mana. I nailed it, but I did not close on that. What am I doing? You nooblet. That was perfect, but I screwed it up. Well, this guy's a lucky little bastard. 4-2. 4-2 with 2:30 left. Or 3. Now we just gotta close. Gotta close on 2. Oh, that's a bad day. That is a bad day. That was my fuck up. Alright, redeemed my fuck up. Got a minute left. Just close on 2 here. Alright, 6-4. $40 seconds. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose one. Oh, maybe not. He got away. Barring any catastrophes here, that was pretty good. T3 Epic is better than Aranor Epic, but not by much. It's not much by the... It is by the stats. It is by the equip effects. I did an entire video on this where I compared them. But yeah, I mean, when you start talking 14% difference in crit bonus or crit heal, that starts to be pretty sizable. That starts to be incredibly sizable. Two-piece divine, T2 Hiram rest to social, T2 Hiram about 8 days to get everything to divine, another 2 weeks to get all tempered to plus 18. Yeah, original Lineage game just got remastered. That got remastered a while ago, back in October. And then I remembered why I hated the original Lineage. To be honest. Kill like 5 mobs and then have to sit down for 10 minutes. Is there anything special about the new mount? Other than the fact, I can't look at the mounts right now. Other than the fact that we don't know if they're going to speed normalize it. It's just another mount. It's just another, it's just another flavor. I got to look at the abilities. I haven't had a chance to look at the, yeah, to look at all the abilities. The 50% anti-heal AoE. I mean, that's not bad, but you're talking about having to dive. And then if you start getting builds where people are diving, then I'll just throw banishment back in my I'll just throw banishment back in my build. And, you know, you better be invincible when you jump in for the duration, or I'll just kill your mount. So if it stays 11.5 meters per second, that's going to be useful. I mean, absolutely useful. Frozen snowballs. I'm gonna die here. We got him. But we couldn't close. We couldn't capitalize. Now they got me on that. Yeah, if you're... It's always been like that. Yeah, I'm a clicker. I'm a dirty, stinking clicker. It's always been like that. If you're already jumping when the freeze happens, you will finish your jump. It's just always been like that. God, it's so impossible to burn people down. Alright, we're tied up, but... This is ugly. This is all shades of ugly. Six five. We need to tie this up here. It's gonna be a loss. That feeling when you're mindlessly killing and you keep killing. Yeah. I will say I would have preferred the dailies be something like X-Lock or Sun Gold kill 100 things. I would rather get to a zone and just grind for, you know, 10, 15 minutes than kill for like 5 minutes, port, kill for 5 minutes and port. Actually, I gotta go back up to Diamond Shores too. We never did Diamond Shores tonight. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. There's just, you know, you'll start killing, you'll forget. Although, don't forget to pick up your dailies. Get your dailies now, and you can, you know, knock out 3 dailies for free. Right there. You get 2 mysterious, 5 awakening, and 4 radiant scrolls just by boom boom boom. And just kill these. No, if you have 299 infamy, you're locked in. If you have infamy and not crime points, then you are locked in. It's infamy that sends you over to pirate. So yeah, if you got 299 locked in already, Knock yourself out, man. Just go be a bad boy. No opponent found. Make me cry. Find me friends to throw snowballs at. So, hello, Karen Frost. Unfortunately, due to the new change in alts and shit, I can't load the alt in. Otherwise, I'm gonna get a lag spike. I don't need that in my life. So. Same had to do glove as the new endless arrow to make promise fist worthless. Yeah. Sexy glasses. I know, man. Old man. I had to get glasses. It sucks. It absolutely sucked. You lost tankiness. Shouldn't have lost tankiness switching the Carmillas for a wave. You should gain tankiness switching for a wave because you gain damage reduction, and 2% healing isn't gonna help. Doesn't help tankiness. I mean, it helps, but doesn't help tankiness. Right in a pie hole. That was a good shot across the board. Right in the face. Right in the face. Oh, you screwed that up, my friend. That's a 2-1. That's a 2-0 lead early on. That's what we like to see. I totally derped that, but that's okay. Have I ever killed the snowman? No, I have not killed the snowman. Oh, they took my eyes off the screen for a second. I have not killed the snowman. Elsa would be mad. Or Anna. Yeah, Elsa. No, Anna. Anna would be mad at me because she wants to build a snowman. And then she builds the snowman and I kill it. You guys ever seen the meme where it says snowman building party 3 p.m. Or build a snowman 3 p.m. destroy a snowman 4 p.m. That one always makes me laugh on the college campus board. It just makes me smile. Oh no, my teammate's in trouble. Gotta go help him. Gotta go support. I was late on that. Nobody see me? Nobody see me? Right, nobody see me. How many times you can crash during Halsey? games. It's an 8-1 game, folks. Here we go. Hit the snowman if you... Yeah, I didn't kill. This, I didn't, you know, get the tag. I didn't get more damage. Okay. Oh, and of course the hero that's been sitting here for like the last 10 minutes is not here anymore. It's 25. Yeah, I missed the start of Halsey. So sad. Sucks to be me. Sucks to be Jalan. Oh no, I didn't. I can still get my quest. No, I can't. What the hell would I want to be here then? I want to be here. I'll be nice. I'll upgrade the cannons. You guys remember when Halsey used to actually matter if you had, like, if you had somebody with machining on your faction who came to Halsey, it made all the difference in the world? What are you doing? Hey. Hey. What are you doing? My cat. Gizmo, my daughter. Her name's not really Gizmo. Don't freak out. Don't be calling like children's services on me or anything. My daughter's name is not really Gizmo. We just call her Gizmo. She oh my guys, I gotta show you her toy. This thing's amazing. But she started gaming and she's all excited. Of course, she's my kid. She's like, when am I gonna get to play Archeage? When you can read. Alright. Well, how do I learn to read? ABC mouse, yo. ABC mouse. But can I reach it? If you guys remember Gremlins, don't tell her I was playing with her toys. Don't tell her I was playing with her toys while she was gone. But yeah, not creepy at all, dude. It's Gizmo. He's a mogwai. But don't get it wet. I know, man. I know. That's how Gizmo got her nickname. Gizmo came home. That is creepy, man. Wow, so that's what the problem is. When Archeage loads a second client, because it just tears the shit out of my my rig, it lags the stream as well. That's how Gizmo got her nickname, actually. She came home, she was a preemie, and you couldn't give her a bath. Couldn't give her a bath because she had all this medical equipment on her, and I don't remember exactly how the joke came about, but it was like, hey, do you remember the rules? It's like, yeah, no bright lights, because her eyes were still all weird, and don't get her wet, no bright lights, don't feed her after midnight. But yeah, I think it's cool if you give your kid their nickname and they like their nickname. They like their nickname growing up, because then that means their whole life, like, they're like, yeah, my name is this, but everybody calls me. So she's like, my name is, but everybody calls me Gizzy. So then you don't have to worry about your kid getting a bad nickname because you already gave it to him. Unless, of course, you give your kid a bad nickname and then you're bad parents. That's all I have to say. Don't be bad parents. So on this week's exciting adventures of School Guide Learns the World, I am still working on figuring out low-level characters. I need to get up to the point where I can do the Blue Salt Brotherhood quest again. Somebody told me they changed. Hey, bump me up to the top of your host list. I appreciate that. Kill Nagas in the forest. So, yeah, I mean, I want to know what they changed. I want to know what they changed with the launching of... Oh, there we go. Little Michael. Mikey Jackson. That one's there just to annoy Frostpaw. But I want to know what they changed. To make it just run so horrible. It just runs awful. So I hope that they figure that out, man. I gotta tell you, I dug through my startup process to see if they were running like spyware or anything. I was like, I ain't having this. I ain't having this right now. But there's nothing illicit launching on my computer, at least nothing that I can tell. I mean, it took me quite a bit to dig through my entire system. I still gotta grow that thing. I didn't get to that last show. How's Gamigo so far? Gamigo is what I thought Gamigo was gonna be. I mean, nothing completely, oh my god, what the fuck, barbecue chicken crazy. I mean, it's been pretty much spot on. I disrupted the cat when I leaned over the desk, and then he got mad and he poofed. Oh no, he didn't poof. He's over there scratching, throwing dander up. Stop it. You gotta remember, Gamigo gotta make money too, man. I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the stuff they put in the cash shop. Some people do. To each their own, really. But I mean, if Gamigo's not making money, Gamigo's not publishing the game. I don't think it's groundbreaking. I mean, like I said, imagine if they put Miss Song stones in the cash shop. People would lose their shit. I mean, I'd be like, why? And it's really no difference. But so far, I mean, they've been responsive to everything but support tickets. I know a lot of people are like, what do I mean? They've answered things. They've answered, you know, I think they've answered the hard questions. They admitted that there's something going on that they don't know how to stop. They fired a racist. They fired a racist staff member who made an inappropriate comment. Like fired on the spot. Well, maybe not fired, but removed from interacting with the community. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, if you remember the whole fresh start nonsense with Celestrata, she should have been disciplined immediately. She should have never appeared on the live streams again. Fresh start. Good talk. I mean, yeah, she did get a fresh start in the end. I'm gonna go to hell, but I'm gonna do it, sweetheart. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and sweetheart's gonna yell at me later. She's like, did you really? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did. I did. Where is it? Downloads. Loses job at Tryon. Time for a fresh start. Hey! No, my monitors is not for you to clean your teeth on. No! Bad! He's sneaky about it. He's sneaky about it. He's on the other side of the monitors and he's bashing them with his head. Little jerk face. Little jerk. But yeah, the kitty wants you. The kitties are mad. They always get mad. The kitties always get mad the first day Tamir is gone. They don't understand. Tamir leaves with the girls, and then that's it. So let's see. How has Gamigo been? We don't know. That's the problem. Gamigo hasn't really talked to us about anything. Gamigo has been silent about a lot of things. So if they want to be taken a little bit more serious, then they need to start saying, "Hey, this is our plan. This is our plan. This is the future. This is the timeline." But what they're not doing is they're not saying anything, and that's the problem. Like, we don't know when we're getting 5.1. We don't know. Oops. Definitely not what I wanted to do. We don't know when we're getting 5.1. We don't know We don't know what the timeline is. It's not that there's very little communication. I think that they're still just getting settled in. I think that they're still just getting settled in to the point where they don't know what the hell's going on. I honestly, and I don't give a shit. I have zero problem with saying this. You guys know my opinion. I am very disappointed that Crolin is still involved with the game at all. I don't think Crolin needs to be involved with Archeage, period. Because honestly, he made it sound like he knew the game, and then you guys have seen. Oh shit, that's a bad day. You guys have seen the video that I did where everything he said turned out to be wrong. Every single thing he said was wrong. And even I will never forget the night before 4.5 went live. Muzzy is running down the hall to talk to them. And they're like, oh yeah, the build that you guys are seeing, the build you guys have in the test server, that's not the build that we're going live with tomorrow. Well, when the fuck were you going to tell us that? When were you going to say, hey guys, you're not actually testing the build? And the worst part is that they had said in December, we're never going to do that to you again. We are always going to let you test the build, at least for one day. You will at least get a chance to see the build. And that didn't happen. So I'm like, why should I or would I ever believe you again at this point? And so, you know. Crolin had no idea. He still has no idea, but he's still on the team. So I don't get it. I am never about somebody losing their job. I don't want people to think that. I'm not against qualified people losing their job just because you're making decisions I don't like. But you're making decisions that aren't good for the game. And you still have a job. I don't understand. Nope. Too much shit around. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I hope they stop normalizing. I hope they stop normalizing mounts. They're not normalized in Korea. Act like a publisher. Don't act like a quasi-developer. Don't get in the way of. Don't get in the way of the progress. Is there a... There's no livestock merchant here, is there? Oh, there is. Hi. I'm not a livestock merchant. I need a... I need you. I need to find a well. Yeah, glider... I mean, glider normalization is a giant pain in the ass. I mean, it's great. Awesome. You're in a guild that killed Kraken and you got a Kraken glider. Too bad it's the exact same glider that everybody else has. Because the Kraken glider's thing is no turbulence and 10 minutes of flight time with no drop. Oh, but we're just going to normalize that. You know what? I'm going to go up while I have my bonus. I don't have water. But I do have the bonus. Oh yeah, the car speed limit thing, the submarine thing, the fact that we thought we were going to be getting the game all the way back to lunch, man. We thought that we were going to be getting the 0.9 build, and what we got was the 1.0 build, which was different. And it wasn't different in like a horrible change, but it was different enough that great, I've just played an alpha for 6 months and you've basically given me a totally different game. Well, that hurt. we go. It's taken care of. Since all the other versions didn't have that confirmed through data mining. Oh yeah, man. Here's the reason why so much shit in North America and European is fucked up. They had to go back. Like, people think that what they do is go into our version and change the speed. And that's not what they do. What they do is they go in and they create a new, there's a second version, or even in some cases third version of some of these mounts. That's why the brown reindeer still doesn't give quest or achievement credit, because that brown reindeer isn't programmed. That brown reindeer isn't programmed into the achievement. So it creates a convoluted mess. It's like I told you guys once. I needed to get an item restored, and actually I had to have my whole account restored. But some of the items I got the Korean, yeah, exactly. See, here's the thing. A viewer is backing up exactly the same thing I was talking about as the words were coming out of my mouth. I had a senior GM have to rebuild my account, and some of the items I got weren't the right items. And I was like, hey dude, I do not want to get banned for this shit. I have the wrong items. I have the wrong items. Please fix this. And you would think that when you're telling them, hey guys, I got the wrong shit, can you maybe fix that for me? And they're like, well, what's wrong with it? I have the wrong stuff. Well, what's the problem? You'll ban me in 3 months, and that's the problem. Oh my god, is well really not on the list of things? I don't have water. Yeah, the Korean costumes all have effects. The Korean costumes all have usables. To the left. Oh, holy shit. The big giant well. Doop-ba-doop, doop, 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 doop. Yeah, and then, we're gonna ban you because we restored the wrong item. The fuck are you talking about? How are you gonna ban me because you gave this to me? And then the worst part is here's what they come back with. Our records don't show. Your records don't show that you restored this item to me? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious right now? But that's exactly what happens when you have $8 an hour GMs. So, truthfully, I haven't heard of any of that happening since Gamigo took over. I have heard of zero restoration of the wrong items. And now a lot of people are like, well, they're taking forever to restore anything. Well, if they are worth half a shit, then what they did was they looked through a lot of the records and they said, well, this is fucked up. We can't do that. One thing I learned from Archeage is that if you're developing a game, you better have an extensive logging system. Yeah, I mean, let's go with, don't even know my own name sometimes. Help. Sign in. My activities. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You're bonking me. All right, I've used this example a few times, but I want to hammer it home. If you guys get instances where the customer service is this bad under Gamigo, please let me know. Please let me know, because I will, I will report on it. I will point it out, because you should not have to tolerate piss poor customer service. So, whoa, hello. Okay, so here you go, right there. Cover myself up for a second. There's the Storm Wraith Kieran, and there it is at 650 loyalty. There it is at 11.5 meters per second. So it is clearly, it is in my bag. It is in my bag. Thank you for contacting us regarding Archeage. Unfortunately, we're unable to assist you with this request, as we cannot find log evidence of the Storm Wraith Kieran loyalty purchase. But I have it. Upon finding the Storm Wraith Kieran had an unintended 11.5 move speed instead of the standard 10, we decided to remove the crate and loyalty versions from the marketplace. We'll be getting this fixed. And for those of you that got it, you will keep it, or you can get it refunded. I see that you opened a ticket on the 13th, and we were still unable to find an instance of you purchasing the mount for loyalty. The only time I could see the mount being acquired was on 10/19 from the credit purchase of the Storm Wraith Kieran crate, which I never bought any of. Unfortunately, without proof in our logs, I'm unable to offer a refund for this item. I am requesting this ticket be elevated to a senior GM, preferably senior GM Curl. This should not have been a big deal. However, we are finding that it is a huge deal. If your records only show me getting it through a box, how is it possible that I have the icon in my inventory, but I'm also cursoring over the item in the loyalty shop when it shows 11.5 as the move speed? We keep going. We keep going. This goes on and on. I said, as I have provided a date and time where I had 1,288 loyalties, can I please have a full accounting of what your records show for my loyalty from 11 October at 1 Eastern Standard Time through 14 October at 1 Eastern Standard Time? Finally, I get a senior GM. And the senior GM is like, I fixed it. So yeah, that's a pretty major problem. So you are absolutely right. If you're ever going to have an MMORPG, hell, if you're going to have any video game, you need to have an extensive logging and tracking system just so you don't have customers upset at you. Hi, little guy. I mean, you can't seriously have a system where it's just like, oh shit, you bought something? What do you mean you bought something? You didn't buy anything. One of the things that pisses me off majorly in all video games is excuses. And that's it. That's at every company. And what's even worse, is that I don't mind, I don't mind if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But in all honesty, if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, don't get upset when you get owned. Like, I'm going to talk Ashes for a minute. Now, everybody knows I'm an official Ashes content creator. Everything I say is based in facts. I don't I don't make shit up. I don't try to do sensationalism. I will bring you sensational news, but I don't do sensationalism. I don't do that shit. I root everything in facts. Steven Sharif, CEO of Intrepid Studios, says his goal is to make MMOs great again. I bought in on that vision. I share that vision, hoping that there's a company out there that's actually going to legitimately make the genre great again. Cool. Comes out. Not everybody agrees with the road we're on. I don't agree with the road we're on. I agree with the destination that we're trying to get to. And the imagery that I use is, you don't necessarily have to agree with the destination. I'm sorry, you don't have to agree with the journey. You have to agree with the destination. So you know you're going to be going to this beautiful campground, and you pull into the parking lot, and you got two paths, the one on the left and the one on the right. You end up taking the one on the left with your family, and everybody bitches for 14 miles as you walk this long, drawn-out, swamp-ridden, shitty, nasty, dirty, scummy path. And at the end of it, you're presented with this beautiful glen, a beautiful view, beautiful everything. And you're like, man, that 14-mile walk through the shit was really worth it for this view. And then here comes your cousin who didn't go on the walk, and he just comes walking up from the other side, and you're like, where'd you come from? Dude, car's only a half mile that way. And you're like, fuck. That's kind of how I see Archeage at the moment. Or, not Archeage, Ashes at the moment. The journey ain't so great. We're trying to get to that beautiful glen. Little rough. But now, little imagery. View the CEO as the king in the castle. And eventually, he opens up his window and he sees that, you know, there's 50,000 rioting peasants outside. And he's like, shit, I gotta go address the people. These people are pissed. Well then, out of nowhere, in comes an army of white knights and they surround the castle. And the king's like, fuck it. I ain't gotta address nothing. I got a free army outside. They're making all my excuses for me. You don't have to white knight so hard all the time. Especially when you're white knighting and you're ignorant of the facts. Get the fuck out of the way. Let the company answer. Stop white knighting. Correct people if they're factually incorrect. But if they're basing their grievance on a fact, it's not your job to dispute the facts. It's not your job to change my mind. If I want to be angry, let me be angry. Get the fuck out of my way and let the owner of the company justify the decisions. You don't need to justify them to me. The worst part is when you get people out there saying, oh, well, it's just alpha testing. Nah, bitch, it's beta testing. Beta's on the top of the screen. And then the person turns around and says, well, alpha and beta testing are the same thing. And you're like, are you fucking stupid? Are you for real fucking stupid right now? There is a reason why it's called alpha testing and then beta testing. There are benchmarks, there are milestones, there are points you hit. If you make excuses for people all the time, they never are accountable for their actions. So, as far as Archeage, people were white knighting Tryon all the time. People said to me, well, you used to white knight Tryon. No, I never white knighted Tryon. I told people, this is the list of things that Tryon is responsible for. This is the list of things that Excel is responsible for. So if you're pissed off at the prices of the things in the cash shop, be pissed off at Tryon. If you're pissed off at the quality of the customer service via the ticket program, be pissed off at Tryon. If you're pissed off about the regrade rates, be pissed off at Excel. And people are like, well, what do you mean? Well, there's people you're pissed off at depending on what you're pissed off about. Not white knighting. I ain't saying Tryon's not wrong. Shit, I will tell you when Tryon is wrong all day long. What? Alright? What? We gotta make sure that we don't hammer the wrong people at the wrong time. Alright? That's the key part to this. Now, will your Kieran be 11.5? No, it will be 10. The only mounts that might be 11.5 are the new ones. The Lunis and the Celestar. The Kirin that I was showing you is from, God, a year ago when there was a bug. Well, there wasn't a bug. They were so in a hurry to push out the cash shop that they fucked up and they put out the cash shop wrong, which is another thing. It's unacceptable. Oh, I'm still showing it. Shit. My bad, guys. My bad. That window is blocking the view. Yeah, I know. Whoops. That's bad on my part. I thought I switched over back to the live show tab. See, you get me going. You get me riled up and get me going, and I become less than observant. Plus, everything's different now. All this monitor used to be over here. All that stuff, I'm still getting used to it. The work in progress. That's why no game companies are afraid of me and my show, because I'm so pro, right? Passion is a great thing. I know, right? I look at the old Archeage 101s and my depression was so bad. I was like, I listened to some of my original Archeage 101s and I'm like, shit, I gotta get these recut. These make me depressed just listening to them. Is this the Fresh Start server? Nope. This is Kadum. It's Kadum because my main is on Kadum, and if I need to send my alt something, like when I go to do the Blue Salt Brotherhood quests, so I can make the videos, I'll be able to just fuel my alt with gold from my main. Because I honestly don't. I mean, I enjoy playing with Kia and Chitara and Zalika and Neps when he's around. I enjoy hanging out, but the truth of the matter is I enjoy making the Archeage 101 videos more. And plus, I'm not staying in Archeage forever. I came back to Archeage because I got called out. Like, my viewership, they like to call me out when I say something. And what I said was, I'm not leaving Archeage because I don't like Archeage. I'm leaving Archeage because I can't stand Tryon. This is kind of cool. Never seen that before. You dwarves got all the cool toys. But what happened was I said, I'm leaving Archeage because I can't stand Tryon. And then when Tryon didn't have the contract anymore, there's sweetheart, Jay, when you coming back? I'm like, shit. What is all this? Oh. You have more than a Warborn has. I haven't played this game in a long time. Do you think Gamigo manages better than Tryon? Well, let me say, Gamigo doesn't do any worse. Gamigo has not talked about a Fresh Start server. I would not count on a Fresh Start server, to be completely honest. Gamigo doesn't usually do stuff like that. Gamigo usually manages games from life support to the grave. They usually don't, do more stuff. The truth is, if you already had a character, then you want to just get back, you just want to get your Homecoming Warriors pack and go with it. Isn't there currently a Fresh Start server? Yeah, but it's not Fresh Start. It's, God, April 4th is when that Fresh Start server launched, so that is pretty old. That is pretty not Fresh Start. The truth is, though, if you jump on a server and you get into a guild, you get to level 55, pop to Ancestral 1 so you stop losing XP, go grind your dailies and stuff, like, it's no different. It's no easier on a fresh start server. The only way a fresh start server would be better is if, and I hope somebody from Gamigo, I hope you guys get enough of your friends to start showing up to the show where I can pump this number up from 23 to like 200. And I say that because I can't go to Gamigo right now and be like, oh, hey, I want to talk to you about the state of your game. I need to have some serious numbers so I can be like, hey, Gamigo people, I used to be that guy that made all the content. I'm still the guy making all the content. I'm the guy that knows more about the game than your producer does. We need to talk. I can make you money. We can have dividends here. We can, you know, make Archeage great again. But what we need is a fresh start server with no bullshit. Give us a fresh start server that's on the current build. Don't try to throttle us. Don't give us this goddamn, don't give us this goddamn, you're gonna get this stuff for the first 3 months. You're gonna get this stuff for the next 3 months. You're gonna get this stuff for the 3 months after that. Fuck all that, alright? Fuck all that. Honestly, make a fresh start like WoW does back to the 1.0 version. No, because the problem is that if you went through the natural evolution of the servers again, then you would run through salvaging and obsidian, and there's just too much shit. Just give us this build on a clean server, no bullshit. No unfair advantages, no people with, no people with, hi. Hello. Sweetheart. Here he is, here's the troublemaker. Hi. Hey, how are you? Huh? What you up to? You kind of clawed me. I gotta cut your nails. He's so fluffy. Play. Or hang out. But I have pajama pants on, and you have sharp nails. No! No in my lap. What the hell? There are quests all over the place. Kraken... Well, Kraken wouldn't be a big deal. You wouldn't have to lock Kraken out for 30 days. Because... honestly, you wouldn't be doing Kraken anytime soon anyway, because you'd have to get cannons to do Kraken. I'm not really worried about that one. Thunderbeak Titan, Leviathan, yeah, you don't need to lock those out for 30 days. The natural gating of progression is gonna knock those out. Red Dragon... no, I wouldn't say that you, I wouldn't say that you have to lock out Red Dragon either, because if a group of people could get everything they needed to do Red Dragon... no, I do agree with you. Red Dragon you would want to lock out for 30 days. Because there's ways to... Even though Red Dragon would remove a lot of resources from the economy, making the rings and making the harpoons and stuff, there is a way... there is a way to do it. Kraken and Dolphin and Ghost ships would be dying within a week if they aren't gated. I don't agree with you. The reason why I don't agree with you is because you're not gonna kill the Kraken with you're not gonna kill the Kraken with bullshit cannons. You still gotta get the galleons. You have to build the galleons. You gotta regrade the shit, and I don't think you're gonna be able to do it. Not inside a week. I mean, I don't know the cargo system right now, but is cargo still? Cargo just is always there now, right? You don't have to bring shit to the building. The building just generates cargo like magic. So yeah, maybe, The thing is, though, man, it's not about being a dedicated group. It's about, you know, you have to get certain things. And it's not... If Kraken was doable the way Kraken used to be doable, that would be one thing. Maybe. But I don't think people are going to dedicate themselves. I mean, you'd have to be dedicating your ass off to get Kraken done inside the first week. Yeah, but it's not a matter of knowing how to get it. It's a matter of being physically able to do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only way you're gonna get... I mean, what the hell is a galleon gonna... Not Miragino and Galleon. Materials. I mean, you're talking 452 charcoal and 15 Dragon Essence stabilizers just to make the pack. Just to make the pack to make the warship. That's a lot of charcoal. That's a lot of charcoal. Anyway, guys, let me jump up for a second. It's at the 2-hour mark. I gotta buy an 8-foot display monitor cable, and then I'll be able to shorten my breaks. My desk will be able to stand up. I'll be able to stand on the X board. This monitor still pulls over. Let me take a quick break. It's cold as hell here. I have to have the space heater on for the blood in my legs. And then push-ups. Shit, I don't want to do push-ups. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. Alrighty. I got a whole fridge full of food, man. Usually the day after Christmas, we don't we eat leftovers because It's Tamir and mine's wedding anniversary, the day after Christmas. We're celebrating 11 years this year. Well, we just celebrated 11 years yesterday. Yeah, on the whole, could people do it in a week? I don't know, man. I'd have to actually try to do it. You're talking about just how many people do you have? I mean, that's really what it comes down to now. Economy of scale. Do you have a big enough organization? I mean, yeah, if you have a big enough organization, fucking do anything. I'd have to wonder if you limited it to 50 people, could 50 people do it? And I just don't know the answer to that. Like I said, I'm out of touch with the economy. I don't need to know the economy anymore. I have so much crap piled up that I can sell. Like, I remember it used to be a big deal. I'd want to test something. I'd want to test something, and I'd struggle to get an Apex. But does Professor X know that they stole his logo? Damn dirty Newians. But I'd struggle to I'd absolutely struggle to get an Apex so I could test drop rates. Now it's just like, oh, I want to check drop rates. Apex. I mean, yeah, I'm chewing through my Apex pretty quick, but I'm alright. I'm good. It's all good. Blue Salt Brotherhood, what's up with you? Oh, are these the... Is this side's shenanigans? It's the dailies and crap. It's this guy. Ninja from goddamn AOC. I was busy doing a building inspection. Didn't know he was up there. Tried to blast me off the top of a tower. Little bastard. That was funny though. I mean, I was up there and there was like nobody there, and I'm like, all right, well let me quality control this bug report that I got. Where are these quests? Yeah, family fishing would need to be never again. And the saddest part is, here's the saddest part. Tryon knew, Tryon just didn't give a shit. And that's why I don't feel bad that Tryon lost their ass. Alright? Tryon positively lost their ass because after a certain point, PayPal charges you a fee for every chargeback. And so it's $20. Or no, it's 15. I think it's 15. Yeah, it's $20 for a chargeback. So what happened is, Tryon got so many chargebacks that not only not only did they lose their ass on, I'm just taking this, fuck it, I'll be back later. Not only did they lose their ass on chargeback fees, but they also, you gotta remember, they lose the credit card transaction as well. So that killed them. They disabled Kadam, yeah, because they had all the people in the, everybody and their brother in the zone trying to get Kadam's barks. I mean, how do you not quality control shit like that? Oh, it's Sweetheart. How do you not quality control shit like that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. Contribute a cargo. No, thank you. No, thank you. I choose not to. Quality control. You know, anymore, I'm starting to think quality control is a concept that people don't understand. I mean, in all honesty, people don't seem to give a shit. And here's the problem. If Krolin is supposedly a player, if Muzzy is supposedly a player, then how did they not know this stuff? And it's because they don't care. It's because they don't play. It's because they don't, you know, it's because they don't know the game as well as the players. I remember Muzzy said on one of the live streams that he uses the Archeage 101 videos to learn about the game. Which is cool, alright? That's cool. Kudos to me because I'm helping the new staff member. But the truth of the matter is he'd go home and he'd stream, and he was a streamer. And I don't expect him to stream Archeage in his free time. But don't tell me that you're playing the game if you go home and you do other shit at night until you're like, alright guys, I'm going to bed. I have to work in the morning. Well then, where exactly did you play? Where exactly did you play Archeage at night? Yeah, they have and still have someone on staff with a huge ego who thinks he knows more than the players. I mean, I don't know what to say on that. I've already proven it that the dude lied to the community. Like, and how he kept his job is still fucking mind-boggling to me. Like, and I mean, I think that's just a reflection of society. To go a little real world for a second, I think people are afraid to fuck up, so they lie. Me, if I fuck up, I'm gonna tell you I fucked up. Be like, hey Jay, you messed up on the math on that Hiram, the Quills thing. I did what? Yeah, man, you were pretty biased because you have a shit ton of honor and the rest of us don't. Really? What did I do? Oh shit, you're right. What do? I do a recut. Hey guys, sorry about that. I was a little bit biased. Ah, there you are. You're hiding. Sorry guys, I was a little bit biased on that. Didn't really think it through well. I didn't do my ABCs. I wasn't checking. I have 400,000 honor that I don't have anything to spend it on, so it didn't mean much to me. And people were like, oh, okay. Gotcha, dude. And I was like, fixed it. But in Krolin's case, he was like, I am the big dick motherfucker, and I know everything, and I made a change to gems that the players wanted. And then you're like, but what players wanted this? Hello. And he's like, all the players wanted this. I can't find one damn player that wanted this change, dude. So what all players? What all players wanted this? Oh my goodness, little kitty. I hate the fact that there's all these quests that are just eluding my screen. That's right, kitty. I mean, like I said, in this economy, man, I never want to see anybody lose their job. But I think a huge part of fixing Archeage revolves around getting rid of the guy who doesn't know Archeage. I mean, and you haven't even heard from him other than in, what, a staff photo? In months? Like, well, we're still talking to XL Games, but what are you saying? What are you talking to them about? And why are we not involved? Why are we not involved in this discussion? And where the fuck does this building go? I am not a Westerner. I don't know where these things go. Oh, is this the up the bridge? I didn't do half of this crap on why. So, man, I'm gonna say I hated your city so much, Western people, that I never made it this far in the storyline. I just said fuck it, and I crafted my way to the top. Funny fact, was actually in Grievance for a little bit. I gave up on the East. I gave up on the East. And I was gonna go west, and then the East unfucked itself, and I was like, alright. Man, the East had so much infighting at launch, it was just stupid. I couldn't even enjoy the game. Like, this is ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, where the fuck is this quest? Where is there? Where the fuck is this? Like, no, I'm looking for how to get in there. Like, this is the hero hall. Like, what the shit? Oh, there's the Undying Spirit. Collect the perfect ring. This is something in game design class I learned right off the bat. They said, no uncertain terms, don't make your shit annoying. That's what the lecturer said. Don't make your stuff annoying. And I was like, got it, boss. You know, there's a theory in MMO design that they want you to have to waste time every day. They want you to have, like, lost time so that you can't make too much progress in a day. But unfortunately, now the argument is with people who can afford to play 12 hours a day, that effect is gone because all you're doing is slowing down the people who don't have 12 hours a day. Find the first hidden harpy nest. Say I really want to. This is Kadum. And for once in my life, I didn't type exclamation point Kadum. Aw. Looks like there's a harpy on the loose. I never played Inuia. I don't know why people keep asking me that. I was... Oh, Nuia? No, I'm banned. Nuia is the fresh start server. I'm banned there. No, I got banned on fresh start. Got banned on fresh start. That's what happens when they lie to you and you prove them wrong. And then they get all mad. Yeah, I got it. I'm going in a minute. I gotta go get the glider too. I'll probably have to send myself mats from Jay. Yeah, I got banned. I got refunded. I asked for a refund. They told me I could have it. 24 hours later, they only processed one of the 4 items. They said that they'd changed their mind and reversed their decision. I said, well, you already issued me one of the 4 refunds. And so they're like, well, we need to get that money back. And I'm like, no, you refunded it. And they wouldn't refund me the other 3, so I contacted PayPal and I was like, hey, here's the statement that said they're going to issue me a refund. And PayPal did the chargeback, and because I charged back, bam! Oh, all you need is the designs now? You don't need the bits and pieces of, like lumber and stuff? I followed Jalan and knew he left. I followed Jalan and Les. I can take a hint. Yeah, man, all I gotta say is that I had a string of bad decisions there. I had a string of bad decisions there. Bless wasn't bad, and then Bless got stupid. Like, they quite literally had a good product. They literally had a good product on day 1. Well, day 2. Once they got the whole no repeating handshake, you're stuck on a loading screen. Once they got that resolved, you literally had a good product. And then you were like, ah, no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to nerf everybody by 66%. People are getting to max level too fast. Well, holy shit, maybe you should have alpha tested your stuff. Maybe you should have beta tested your stuff. Honestly, and then there's this guy who like has a massive hard on for me, runs around everywhere I post, and he's like, you're the guy that said Bless was gonna be great. And I'm like, no, I think I'm the guy that said Bless, all Bless has to do is not fuck up and they'll be solid. I'm still waiting for him to point out the soundbite where I said Bless is gonna be great. Because there's a huge difference between solid and great. But, I mean, I also was pretty critical of, Bless, to be honest. But I mean, it was a bad series of months with games. It really was. Unfortunately, I went back to Final Fantasy for a bit, and it's just too damn slow. Are they over here? Yeah. Some things you just don't forget. So this one's the experimental, right? So I need these 3. Oh shit, I bought the wrong ones? And they're Gilda Stars now, man. They're not, And now I just gotta find what a bench, right? I got Blessed gifted by a friend, 1 month later they went free to play. Yeah, man, That was another fucking fiasco. Absolutely. Absolutely a fiasco. Why is the fishing quest? Why is the surprise helper got a quest for me right now? I don't want to know. Losing faith in MMOs. Hopefully Pantheon or Ashes can rebuild it. Truthfully, I am not on Steven Sharif's favorite person list right now, and you guys know that that doesn't affect me. I don't give a shit. I did that video on Ashes. Let me go grab that. Just because you guys know, I work for you. I don't work for, even though I'm a content creator, I don't pull my punches. I ask the hard questions. I point out the shit that nobody else wants to point out. That is a video I just did on Ashes of Creation and their Apocalypse build. And I basically said, what the fuck, man? You monetized a dumpster fire. And I'm sorry that it comes across like that, but I don't believe in mixing words. You monetized the dumpster fire. Workbench. Where am I? Down the hallway. I believe that if you say you're going to use Agile, if you say you're using Agile software development, I believe you have an obligation to use it appropriately. And I believe that alphas are alphas and betas are betas. And I don't have a problem with you monetizing a beta. I do a little bit. I have a problem with you over monetizing a beta. Sawmill Station. Oh, Southmore. I have a problem with you over monetizing beta. I don't have a problem with you charging $10 for a legendary path if you tell me it's because you have to offset server development costs. Server costs. I get it. You went from having oh, my bag is full. Of course it is. Don't need you. Your plan was to have 10,000 alpha testers. Now you're going to have a couple 100,000 testers. Fine. You want to sell a legendary, you want to sell a season pass a la Fortnite? Fine. Fine. And I get it. And the reason why I say I get it is I was one of the people a year ago that was saying, hey, I'm not 100% sold on Unreal Engine. Nobody's ever used it for an MMO before. Can you do it? Now, I wasn't one of the people saying that it can't do what you want it to do, because the truth is I know better. I know that an engine is an engine. It does what you tell it to do. It runs how you program it to run. But I was one of the people who said, you know, Unreal Engine hasn't ever been used. Now, a month later, I kind of took that opinion back because NCSoft announced that Unreal Engine 4 was going to be used for the new lineage. And as hypocritical as it sounds, if a brand new out-of-the-box company is saying that they're going to use... A brand new out-of-the-box company says they're going to use Unreal Engine 4... I don't necessarily know if I have faith and confidence in you. A couple of billion-dollar company that has had 2 successful mass PvP games say they're going to use it, then I was sold. I was convinced. Whole community wasn't. People were like, well, you need to prove it. So they created a testing system that turned into the Battle Royale meets Castle Sieges meets all the stuff they're doing. Fine. I guess. Maybe. Okay. Then you said, well, we need to monetize it because the change in scope of testing. Alright, I can get down with that. I'm a project manager. I understand that in project management, you change the scope, it changes the budget. Now, this isn't excusism. If you give me something that sounds like something I would say, all right? If it sounds like something like I would say, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. And you telling me in an interview, and let me grab this so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. I didn't pull no punches, man. I went right after the CEO of Intrepid. I said, you made some claims. I don't necessarily get down with them. Shit doesn't make sense to me. And then he says, hey man, we had a change in scope. Alright, that's the word I was looking for. Change in scope. Because I believe as a project manager, you have to deliver the product that you say you're going to deliver. It has to work. It has to be on time. And it has to be on budget. Now, if you change the scope of the testing, you change the budget. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to quibble. You want to make people want to see that you can have servers that are optimized with a couple of 100,000 people. You're going to deliver that. In order to deliver that, you need to change the scope a little bit. I ain't going to quibble with you. That's the answer I want to hear. You need to monetize it because you don't have the money to do this new testing. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. I do have a problem with over monetization, and you see it in an interview. I basically call them out. I don't mix words. I say I'm getting attacked by a little shit boar over here. I'm going to frame this a bit. Your vision and your dream was to make MMOs great again, and then we've developed some things that have started to shift maybe a little closer to EA and Blizzard mentality. The guy goes, oof, no, I wouldn't say that. Well, I don't know what to tell you there, boss man, but when you put out a dumpster fire of an open beta that's monetized left, right, and center, nothing on the goddamn mode works reliably. Solos went down for a little bit. Well, I take that back. They took solos down for a little bit to force us into queues for squads. And then squads stopped working. Duos apparently worked for some people. Legendary Path never went over. You tried to do your mitigation on the same day as your launch. I'm going to call it an over monetization. You monetized the dumpster fire. Now, when you could get into a game and play, the gameplay was fine. But quests didn't always work. We couldn't figure out the XP scoring. So those are all a lot of things that maybe you don't launch an open beta. Maybe you don't launch an open beta the week before Christmas. Unless you're willing to, you know, I don't know, be in the office on Christmas. And I don't want to sound like a dick. Again, I just say it how it is. You support a product. Uh-oh. Stream Elements, you're drunk again. Go home, buddy. Stream Elements knows. It's Crystal Ball. Knows somebody's going to follow. But we don't know who. There we go. Laced. I can't even make that out. Can't even make out the name. Thanks for the follow. Looks like Laced Up Lauren. God, even with the glasses, I'm blind. Yeah, Delcos, I agree, but, you know, he said he's fully funded to a core viable product, but because they added in this other... Now, the problem comes in, and this is where I gotta call, like, over the months, or over this month, I've started to say something. If you didn't have the money to test it the way you're trying to test it, then just don't test it that way. You know, just don't test it that way. No, but I know what you're saying. Oh, there we go. Got two. It's a goddamn twofer. But no, I know what you're saying. And I will say, I've shown you guys, I've shown on this show a couple of times, the perspectives video. A couple of weeks ago, I'm downed. Alluring's trying to kill me. She fires 6 crossbow bolts at me while I'm on the ground. On her screen, it looks like she's hitting me. On my screen, she's clearly going wide. That's just development of action combat. That's just shit you're gonna have. There's no, oh my god, they suck. No, it's refinement. Where you mentioned that, and you point out the core to, let's see. Testing takes money, yes. And then he says development was. Yeah, that, you know, that... Steven himself has said numerous times in the Discord, he's like, I'm not good at... He's like, I'm bad at PR. He literally has said, I'm bad at PR. I don't expect everybody to be good at everything. However, comma, when you're the creative director and you're the CEO, you better punt. You better punt, or like there were times, you know, in my career, people had asked me a question and I was like, I don't have an answer for you. I owe you an answer. But what do you mean? I don't have your answer. Like Captain Jalan, how many short tons is the XY123 deployment kit? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Your logic, testing does take money. Development takes testing. Development takes money. You're absolutely right. And that's what I said. And then that's what we get where he says, where I say it back to him. Had the development stayed on the original plan, it wasn't monetized necessarily, but in response to the community's concern, you rose to the occasion. So I paraphrased it back to him. And so I know what he was saying. He had money to test it if we only had 10,000 Alpha 1 testers. If we had stayed with 10,000 Alpha 1 testers, he would have been good to go. Would have been able to test it. And I can say that in some logical way, wait, we talked about needing funding, that was already funded. It was already funded for 10,000 players. It was already funded for 10,000 testers. It was not funded for opening it up to as many as 800,000 registered accounts. That's the piece where he and I disagree on the right direction. So yeah, it was funded if they had stayed on the original plan. But because they changed the scope of the scope of the testing, they had to change. They just didn't have the money to test it with 800,000 players. Now, what I'm gonna say is, since I did that interview, I don't necessarily agree then, if you didn't have the money to test with the audience you wanted to test with, I don't think you should have gone that route. I think you should have stayed with the 10,000 Alpha 1 testers. Or, you know, brought in the Alpha 2 testers. Yeah, exactly. Don't open it for that many people. And, I'm fairly tolerant to mistakes in a new company, but what I'm not tolerant of is, and this makes me sound jaded, but here's what I'm not tolerant of. You had 40,000 backers, not my number, Steven's number. There's 40,000 backers. And they can't get password resets, and they can't get their legendary path, and they can't get their account access, and there's nobody there, answering tickets on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and you're telling people that the way to get your password reset... First of all, let me roll that back. The fact that you launch an open beta on the same day as your webpage migration, and now it turns out after the fact that your database may have corrupted data in it. There are there are processes, and I don't give a fuck who you are. You want to come and talk to me about, like, I've only just recently learned about agile software development. I learned about it when Steven said that's what they were using, read books on it, asked my software development friends, asked my programmer friends. I dug into it. Fine. I have 15 years of experience with continuous process improvement. You are not going to find anybody that works at Intrepid, because I've looked at almost all of their LinkedIns, and I know people say, don't look at their LinkedIns, not everybody uses it. Bullshit. If you're on LinkedIn and your resume was up to date before you started at Intrepid, your LinkedIn is accurate. I'm sorry, I don't get down on the whole don't trust LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn and your shit's not accurate, then that's bad on you. There ain't nobody at Intrepid that has more experience in CPI than me. It's hard to have more experience in CPI than me because I've been learning, I've been growing with CPI as the art has been developing. Like, it's evolved over the last 15 years. I had to go back for recertification 3 times because it changed so much. I know processes inside and out. I can't find one single person that's a programmer, that's a developer, that's a process specialist, that's anybody in processes that says, oh yeah, doing a database migration on the same day as you're trying to launch an open beta was a good idea. When I checked with my subject matter experts, I said, hey, would you do this? I got everything from LOLs to what the fucks. It's like, yeah, man. It's Wolf's Moon. So, I mean, just so we're all clear, and you guys saw the video that I did, you guys saw the update that I did. I'm gonna actually show you guys the, I'm gonna show you guys what I posted over the weekend pretty consistently. Just need to, there we go. And again, I don't believe that being honest is being a dick. I don't think being honest is being a dick. I think being honest is sometimes brutal, but sometimes it is what it is, man. Sometimes it is simply what it is. And I make no excuses. I make no excuses. But when you logged into the Ashes Discord over the weekend, this is what you would have seen from me, not from an Intrepid staff member. Here's your update. All right, this piece is what you would have gotten after Christmas Day. Solo's functional, duo's not working, squad's not working, EUQ's redirecting to NA, several quests not working, embers missing, forums missing, no ETIC, estimated time of completion. Just so you guys know, the abbreviation ETA is expected time of arrival. ETIC is expected time of completion. Legendary path missing, script has been running, referrals missing, ability to sign up a referral code missing, referral system explanation page missing, password recovery missing, web page intermittently down, shop functional. I'm not trying to take a cheap dig at them. It's the truth. Your shop is functional. Why the fuck isn't the rest of everything? Your shop should be the last thing. Your shop should be the last thing you turn on. You know? Like, oh, hey guys, this shit's busted ass. It's not working very well. Alright, turn the shop off. Because turning the shop off is literally going onto a link and putting a slash behind the link. The bracket, the alligator mouth. It's literally putting a slash in there and it breaks it. First, they decide to launch an open testing cycle that they have to charge just to sustain mid-project. Then they choose to try and rush a launch for no reason instead of doing things the same way. Yeah. Yeah, and they didn't lose the customer data. They have a backup of the customer data. What? No, get away from me. Don't eat the dwarf. But Yeah, I mean, like, and here comes the big part of it, and there's no unringing this bell. Oh, okay, yeah, you were talking about, I see that. You were talking about, your database manager Googling how to do database migrations at your old company. Yeah, that's just bad. That's bad. Yeah, picture of Black & Decker sold a drill that didn't work. And, you know, I mean, the problem is we got white knights getting in the way. Like I used the example. We got white knights lining up outside the castle trying to make excuses. If I'm factually incorrect, and so, a couple of people have come to me and they've said, hey Jay, you're factually incorrect on something. I was able to do duos, and I was like, you were able to do duos, but the CEO of the company said duos was down. They're like, yeah, there was a workaround to get into duos, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised you were able to get into duos if nobody else knew this workaround. That's cool. But here, like you guys know, one of the sayings on the show is, I do the things I do because I do not accept poor customer service, and I certainly don't expect it. And when you start making excuses after excuse after excuse for piss poor behavior, all right? When you make excuses for piss poor behavior, all you're doing is setting up. No, don't eat the dwarf again. Why you? Stop it. Stop trying to eat the dwarf. But if you're making the excuses, then you're not making the company be accountable. That sucks, dude. You lost your job because you told the customer the truth. I mean, see, that's the problem with the world, man. Like, you tell the truth, you lose your job. You lie your ass off, you're fine. Nah, see, that shit's just wrong. I mean, I've been told to fall on my sword in the past, and I'm like, no, I'm not falling on my sword. I didn't fuck this up. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I was in a room full of colonels, and I got told that because of the screw-up, somebody had to pay for it, and I was going to fall on my sword and tell the command it was my fault. And I said, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen. And the wing commander was like, are you telling me no? I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you no, because I'm not going to fall on my sword. I had nothing to do with it, and last time I checked, our first core value was integrity first. So I'm not going to break a core value for you or anybody else. And I got, you know, applauded. And it's like, you know, you could have played the political game right there, and people would have taken care of you. Like, I don't want to play the political game. I don't want to get stuff that I don't earn. If I get something, I want to know I earned it. It's like, sucks for me, man. I got retired 5 years early. I never got to be a squadron commander. I never got to be an OPSO. I mean, I functioned as an OPSO, and I was an interim squadron commander for a couple of days. So, I mean, I got to be the man, but it was never my squadron. And I got a pin in my shoulder for the troubles. It sucks, but at least when I go to bed at night, I got my integrity. Tell the truth, you get demonized. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. And this is what sucks for me, guys, and this is why I honest to God need your help. I do need the community's help. I need people to be like, hey, Jay needs subscriptions on his YouTube. Jay needs followers on his Twitch. And on his Twitch, Jay needs people to just show up, launch Twitch, minimize it on your other screen, even if you're not interested, because I get dismissed. Like, people dismiss me. They're like, dude, you only have 3,000 followers. I'm like, okay, so I have 3,000 followers. What's your point? The people that come to my show, the people that hang out with me, the people that come to my Discord, they genuinely like what I'm saying. I don't think in the 2 years that I've been advocating for gamers to companies, I don't think anybody's ever been like, Jay, I really don't like your position on that. Because if you come to me in public, preferably in private, but if you come to me in public or private and you say, Jay, I want to talk about your position on X. What is the Paradox Gaming Network's position on X? I'll be like, it's this. Be like, well, I think we need to refine that. I never believed in quote-unquote pay to cosmetic. I'm going to be honest. Somebody brought, and in fact, I want to just, not that you guys don't believe me, but I want to see if I still have it. Open presentation. I do have this really bad habit, and I will admit it right now. I overwrite my, my PowerPoints. Unfortunately, what I end up doing is starting a new one, making a bunch of changes to it, and forgetting to open it and save it. So I will admit sometimes I'm looking for something and I just straight don't have it anymore. Yeah, here we go. I'll bring this up. I do have this. Not exactly where I wanted it, but any chance of a fresh start before AOC comes out? Man, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you at all. Gamigo hasn't said anything. It'd be kind of out of characteristic for Gamigo to do a fresh start, but I'm not saying it's impossible. But Gamigo usually milks the turnip for all it's worth. They usually don't do new content. So anyway, a little while ago, I used to have this slide in my Ashes of Creation pre-alpha look deck. And I used to say the cash shop is cosmetics only. You aren't buying a mount. You're buying a mount skin. You still have to go through the process of getting a mount or a pet or a building or a ship just like everyone else. And one of the members of the community said, Jay, it depends on what winning is to you. And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, if my end goal is to look the best, and the best looking stuff only comes out of the cash shop, then the cash shop is pay to cosmetic. It's pay to win if my goal. And I was like, are you serious right now? Is this like a serious, because I don't understand trolls, guys. A lot of times I gotta like phone a friend. I gotta like cut and paste to people. I don't get trolling. My brain does not recognize it. And people are like, no, I think this person's pretty serious. So I thought about it and I worked with them on it. And I said, I'm currently on a quest to better define pay to win. The term winning is very subjective. Is the point to win or to have fun? It's a subjective line between win versus convenience. And then, of course, I'm a historian. I'm a history guy. So the things that unite us, these things far outweigh the little that divide us. Ronald Reagan. And I kind of came up with the mentality of the cash shop is pay to. Yes, you can pay to look cooler than the other people with real world money. Yes, you can pay to not have to earn your cosmetics in game. And so it kind of developed into a way to break the polarization of what is, oh, see, I'm breaking. How to break the polarization between pay to win and not pay to win. I think we can have a very good discussion on pay to. And I think if you talk about it as pay to, I'm paying to do something. Should I have to pay to do something? Should I be allowed to pay to do something? If you take the win out of it, you take the polarized monkeys off of each end. It's not pay to win. It is pay to win. It's only cosmetics, but it is shut up, you're monkeys. You're my third standard deviation. Don't want to hear from either set of you because you're polarized. I want to hear from the people who can say, like, for example, the new quests. This is a great, not the free ones, because obviously free is free. Is the ability to get 15, 30, Oh, 15 Radiant Scrolls, 15 Awakening Scrolls, and 6 Lucky Hiram Infusions. Is that pay to win? Well, I don't know. Warhead was here and he said the quests are irrelevant to him because he's awakened the last of his gear. So all this one can do is catch somebody up to you. It can't get them ahead of you. Getting people to T3. Okay, I can definitely see an argument to be made that because you can only get 21 scrolls a day without paying. Hello. Can you please not claw me this time? That would be great. Because you can only get 21 scrolls a day. And you're allowing people to get 15 more. You're basically saying, if you can pay, you can get ahead. You can stay ahead. Because instead of it being 21, and that's 5 4s. So instead of saying you can try 5 attempts every 6 days, you're saying you can do an attempt every day and you'll eventually get 2 attempts in a day. Now, what I will say is because there is no decrystallization scroll daily, you still have to get that with honor. I mean, it's not like you're exactly making it totally pay to win. It's not like you're making it totally pay to win because if they crystallize, they still have to go and farm the honor. So yeah, exactly. For some people, it's going to be no effect at all. For other people, it's going to be a pretty major effect. But at the same time, you could go and farm. You could go and farm the shit out of scrolls. Now the drop rate's horrendous. So, is it pay to win? Maybe. Is it pay to? Most definitely. If we just go with the pay to, is it pay to have an advantage? Yes, absolutely. There's no discussion. There's no debate. It is pay to have a advantage. Clearly, it's a pay to advantage. Is it pay to win or is it pay to get ahead a little bit? That is the subjective debatable. Personally, if you could, if you could afford an Apex and you needed the scrolls, you could get what, 42 of the scrolls for an Apex? 6 boxes times 7, yeah, 42 of the scrolls for an Apex. So an attempt and a half, attempt and 3/4. So yeah, I'm not gonna burn them at the stake for that. I understand they gotta make money. If you don't understand that they gotta make money, Plus, they were pretty generous on the returning Homecoming Warrior pack. They were pretty generous on what they gave us for free. I'm glad they did the Hiram gear so that we can get some players back, maybe. Yeah, pay gating. And that's our problem. That's ultimately our problem. Because we polarize all the time. We polarize to, it's pay to win, it's not pay to win, it's pay to win. We never get a good discussion. Bless is an example of, if you had, whatever, Patron, you had the subscription, you actually got to run more dungeons than people who didn't. Well, that's problematic, okay? That's problematic. That is a pay gate. Upping the amount of drops you get in a day when they are farmable. I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. So we definitely throw it under pay to. But I don't want to burn them at the stake. I don't want to see the rioting. I mean, and it's a lot better than, personally, I find it a lot better than Superior Red's, Superior Reds, Dun's Blessings out of boxes. Those are the things that I think, definitely fall in the pay to win. None of this Hiram gear stuff should have been necessary as far as you're concerned. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the problem was, the game designer left to go work on another game. He came back, and the people he left in charge had fucked the game up. Ow, ow, okay, you've got sharp claws. No, man, diagonal horizontal progression takes more than a few brain cells. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of brain cells. It is very... Gear balancing is very difficult. Is very, very difficult. I can't, hold on. Trying to find, we had, somebody listed, I gotta find it. Give me 1 second. A game designer. He works at a game company. He gave me this one, and this is one of the questions. Oh, this is one of the questions. This task required to get a job at this studio. This is the question. The task requires you to create a player progression in a spreadsheet for a hypothetical fantasy MMO game being made for a publisher. The publisher has the following requirements. The max level is 30. It should take 50 play hours for the average player to reach max level. The publisher also wants new user experience to be as follows. It should take the player 5 attacks to destroy level 1 mobs. The starting weapon does 50 DPS, and the player should be able to reach level 2 within 5 minutes. Task. Using Excel, construct a player power progression from level 1 to the level cap. Derive any values that you think are relative. Design a silver pinch, compelling thematic reason to sink silver out of the economy. If you feel there's a good reason to modify or push back on any of the published requirements, please give your reasoning. That's one question to get the job. All right, that is exactly where I am at with this shenanigans. In school, I did not think game design was as intricate and as complicated as it was. And oh my god, it is. There is so, like, I never thought about time to kill for a level 1 to level 2 mob. But there is a reason why. Like, I used to say before I started the class, I don't understand why we have all these bullshit levels. Why do we have all these bullshit levels? Like, if you're gonna give me 10 free levels in the first 30 minutes of the game, just drop the shit down to level 40 and make me actually earn my first couple of levels. And the truth of the matter is that there's an entire psychology behind why that you want your players to get levels early on in the game. You want them to get that rush of dopamine from having an accomplishment. You want them to be like, oh man, I feel accomplished. Now, I have to dig into that research because, you know, psychology is a huge favorite of mine. I want to know when those studies were done. But absolutely. I mean, absolutely, people get a hit of dopamine for small successes. Yeah, the sense of accomplishment is very important. That's just like, and this is a little off topic, but kind of related. There is a very long study about cell phones and about why you should not have your cell phone in the bedroom with you. You should not take your cell phone into your bedroom with you. Your cell phone, and mine does. Mine charges on my desk now. Ever since I read this study, and let me tell you, I sleep so much better. Did you know that when you look down at your phone and you see a text message, you get a shot of dopamine? You're happy. Somebody texted you. Somebody messaged you. You get happy. Uh-oh. We gotta follow. Stream Elements, you're drunk. Go home. It's like the psychic ball. But you get this shot of dopamine when you see a text message. Did you also know that you get sad when you look at your phone and you get sad when you look at your phone and there's no text messages? Especially if you've sent text messages and nobody's replied. Did you know you get sad? You're causing your own sadness. And I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that at all. And there we go. I gotta clean up. Whoever told me that you can barely see those is right. I gotta clean those up. I absolutely have to clean those up. Man, I'm being stalked. Look at this. I got my Overwatch. I got my protector with me. But yeah, so you get a hit of depression, if you will, when you've shotgunned out like 10 messages. It's also why, yeah, I'm stalked, man. My Overwatch protector. I see you. I see you. Sweetheart's catching up to me in gear score. Sorry, Sweet Love is catching up to me. In gear score, I gotta work my ass off on Jay. I gotta work for it. But my guardian angel. Yeah, I know. Kia's getting there too, guys. I gotta work my ass off. All right, that's where I'm gonna leave you here for the night, because I'm gonna be back in a couple of hours. Gonna be back in a couple of hours. I got, unfortunately, the problem with Archeage 101 at night on Thursdays is that I gotta turn right around and go to sleep, and then come right back the next morning for or the next afternoon for my Friday show. That's why I don't know what I'm gonna do with the third show yet when I go for Twitch partner. It's probably gonna be Mondays, and it might be like a Monday morning show, a little bit of a morning show. I gotta look at the Twitch partner requirements again. I don't know if they have to be scheduled. In fact, let me look into that. I mean, because I do qualify to apply for Twitch partner, but becoming a affiliate partner. I don't want to. Oh my goodness. Hi. I think it's 3 days a week. Yeah, you have a regular streaming schedule of at least 3 days a week. That's not a hard and fast rule. I do like the way they write this in the partner agreement, though. We are primarily looking to ensure that you are actively using your channel and that you are consistently meeting the needs of your audience. I like the fact that they say that. Let's see. Currently have a T3 Hiram bow, plus 22, and my ranged attack is like 1250 on buff. Should I drop everything and go for an arrow or bow? And how long will it take to Well, it depends on your cash flow. If you don't have the money, yeah, if you have a T3, because you're looking, let me bring up the comparison. In fact, I don't know if I did bows. I don't think I did bows. I didn't do bows. Because bows are always fickle, man. I gotta tell you, when you start fucking with archers in their gear, they get like pissed. They get like angry. So, but we can use my bow, luckily. My bow is maxed. It's not, it's at plus 15, but ranged weapon. We're gonna do epic Aranor bow. And that's really not fair because, so 650 versus 693. So untempered, your 43 DPS different. But the thing is that the agility is going to be the same. The ranged crit bonus is going to be higher on the Hiram. The ranged crit rate is going to be higher on the Hiram. So, oh, I can bring it up via... Do I have... I didn't do a bow. I don't know why I didn't do a bow. It's like I said, archers get all crazy and shit on me. You misrepresented me. But yeah, I'll bring this up so you can see roughly the comparison. This is a rough approximation. Oh, that's a T7. I need an arrow. Yep, there we go. Display capture. Zoom, view. Why the hell are you at 50? And there we go. Do it that way. So as you can see, a legend. Oh, I need to go to the epic one first. A Hiram weapon. A Hiram weapon is going to have more stat. It's going to have more crit damage. It's going to have more crit rate. Because the Aranor weapon doesn't even get crit damage. It gets rate. And you get 2 stats. Epic to epic, in my opinion, epic to epic is going to be the T3. Because of the synthesis effects. When you get to legendary, and remember, these aren't bows. I'm talking other weapons. You got to do bows specifically. You're still talking the rate is going to be higher. You're still going to have that damage effect, and you're only going to pick up 6 points over on the stat. I mean, unless you can legit take the the bow to legendary, the Aranor to legendary, you're better off with the Hiram. And that's just my opinion. Other opinions may differ. There is the new video today, and I'm still working on the translation of bits and pieces, but you're going to be able to take Hiram up to T4 Mythic, and there's nothing that says there's nothing that's going to be like an instant catch-up for Aranor weapons. That's not coming. We don't have a, oh, by the way, you get to just boom, insta-pop. No, that's not coming. I'm on my last one today, right? On my last one? I am. Oh, but I can't use that one today. I gotta fix a fuck up before I can't cap, otherwise I'm locked, and then that gets all shenanigans. So I'll worry about that. Yeah, it's not T4 Eternal. The notes today that I just got is that it's gonna cap out at T4 Mythic. The Amigo notes today capped that out at Mythic. I actually had the whole video done. I posted the video. I had to take the video back down because just as I fucking finished, somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, son of a bitch. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I saw the Kraken house. Let's see. I still need to fit, man. I think I need to just finally sell. But the problem is I want to know when we're getting the patch. I want to know when we're getting the next patch. I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend it. An eternal. Oh yeah. I mean, you get up to that level. I mean, you get up to that level of gear, and you're just. I mean, that's just ridiculous. 856 untempered. Sometimes, man, sometimes people are stupid and they haven't been around, and like, again, if you don't have a citation for your shit or you haven't been around long enough, please make sure that you're not talking out your ass. That's all I ask. Please, 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 please know what you're talking about. Tryon is the one who normalized mounts. Oh, I'm being attacked by a Chitara. Where are we at? So anyway, guys, it is show end time. And it is time for me to go sleep because I got to get back up. I got to, reset the brain, have some turkey, answer some fan mail. Let me jump on the couch real quick. I will be back in about 14 hours for Archeage 101, the Friday lecture series. I thanked these guys at the beginning of the show. Big thanks to everybody. Makes giving away stuff easy. Like I said earlier in the show, I am striving to get to 3,512 YouTube subscribers. I set a goal at the beginning of the year. Next year, it's whatever Social Blade says on the 1st. Social Blade is setting all my goals for the year. Ashes of Creation, you can't register for it right now using a referral account. I would hold off on registering for it altogether. That's not just me trying to get you to register using my account. That's me saying the database is kind of screwy. If you guys like free money, I have a contest going on. Enter to win. Giving away money. And Fractured. If you guys don't want to play Diablo Immortal on your phone, Fractured is an isometric looking downward MMORPG. You might want to check it out. Not telling you to back it, not trying to tell you to spend any money. Just make sure you check that one out. That game got my attention a couple of months ago. I've kind of stuck with it. Anyway, I'm out of here. As always, thank you for a great show. I will be back in 14 hours and bring more questions then. Take care, guys.